Hello Aries, this is Ashley. We're going to do your November wrap-up reading. So this will be for the last week of November. And I want to kind of do something a little bit different here. Mostly to kind of focus in on this whole idea of gratitude and abundance. We're kind of in the USA, we're entering into the week of Thanksgiving. And while that can be a holiday that is very controversial, I do think that it, serves as a good time to, focus on our areas that we're thankful for and abundance in general, right? So that's kind of the direction I'm wanting to go with this reading. We're going to see. I'm experimenting on the fire signs. We're going to see how this turns out. So we're going to look at what area of abundance that you should be focused on. Ooh, we have Waking the Lion. Now we're going to look at what area your guides want to recognize you for. We spend so much time focusing on all the hard stuff and all the things that we've been through, kind of like the mundane things. So I wanted to pull in some energy for you on, where your guides, your spirit guides, the, ancestors that have passed on, perhaps angels that surround you, whatever you believe in, what do they want to kind of give you a high five about? We have Broken Open. Interesting. And then in the last row, I'm actually using this new deck. I haven't used it very often. It's called the Sacred Creators Oracle. And this is going to be about what's coming in. What's the good stuff that's coming in for Aries as we, kind of finish out this year, entering into the holiday season. What is the good thing coming towards Aries? We have You Are Living Poetry, and we will look at that meaning. Like I said, this is a new deck. We have Rise at the bottom of the deck, so that's nice. But we're going to pull some tarot and then kind of narrow in on these topics. So, what do we got going on for Aries for the end of November? We've had, as of this time frame, we've had our first eclipse. And we are still very much feeling all of that energy. And now we're getting together with our families. So I thought it would be good to do a feel-good reading and really focus in on the positives, right? So let's see what Aries is getting. We have the Devil, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. The Sun, definitely some strong Leo energy showing up here for you, Aries. The Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. The Two of Wands, the Strength card, again, more Leo, and the Death card. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. So you've kind of been through it. Could have been a rough year. I do feel like most people could speak to that in one area or another, but I do feel like your guard is up. You've been working hard towards something, and while you're continuing to do so, you've incurred some hard knocks, right? So let's get into this. In your abundance focus. So this is the area of life that essentially the universe wants you to focus on. We have waking the lion. And so there's like this strong message of boosting your own courage and your own sense of self-pride. And it immediately made me think of the fact that we have the wounded healer, Chiron, in Aries at this time. And I often think of him when we get this card as well. It's like the wounded warrior. Well, Chiron is the wounded healer, and I do feel like something that you need to pay attention to is how much toxicity you have released yourself from, and what you've really learned about yourself in the process. You know, like there's this very innocent, positive, uplifting side to you. And I think that as you've removed yourself from very limiting situations, is what I want to say. So that could be partnerships, that could be friendships, jobs, you know, anything that was very controlling, very toxic. You've really entered into this enlightened part of yourself. You can see even over this lion's eyes, it's like these two fire triangles here. And so it's like being able to see your own power. Now really quickly, I want to give you a blurb from that card. It's number 19. Boldness, the courage to move forward even without knowing the way, facing that which is difficult or painful, and the audacity to step into the unknown. And I feel like that's what you've been doing, what we were just talking about. Having the courage to really face yourself and bad, rough situations, and making the choice to expand beyond them, right? So let's get some clarifiers here. See if there's anything else we need to know about this row. So I feel like, in a sense, you've had an abundance of situations that have, you know, tried to keep you small. But in a way, they have also brought you this very strong opportunity, I want to say, to learn more about yourself and expand more into that courageous part of yourself. With the Devil, we have the Nine of Cups. So could have had some alcoholism in the past. That doesn't have to be you. That could be something that, or someone that you were somehow connected with had perhaps a drug or drinking problem. Now that's not going to apply to everyone, but that was the first thing I felt when I pulled that card. And the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like, again, you've been able to kind of remove yourself from controlling situations and have an actual solid beginning when it comes to following your dreams here. With the Sun card, we have the Page of Pentacles. So really that's that pentacle that the page is bringing here, that ace, right? And the Four of Pentacles. So I want to say with that, some of you may have dealt with a situation where you were working or living with or in love with someone in the past that, again, had a lot of toxicity in their energy or the way they handled things. And I do feel like this person may have tried to come back into your experience here. And I do feel like you fought that off. For others, I feel like you're kind of, I want to say it's almost like you're rebuilding your, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like, you know how we have like this baseline vibration and we return to it. That has continued to increase for you. So where at some point in the past you might have been baseline here, which could have been like, you know, doing okay. Some days are okay, some days are great, but for the most part, you're just working hard and, you know, life's not easy. I feel like your baseline vibration has gone up. And so when you return to base, it's like this much more positive place than it used to be. And so I feel like you've kind of rebuilt a foundation in a way that is much more positive than perhaps where you might have been in the past. I hope that made sense. With the Two of Wands, we have the Nine of Wands and the Six of Cups. So definitely I feel like a lot of you have probably dealt with a toxic relationship from the past. And I do feel like, again, while it has taught you a lot, it's also been very hard and has challenged your experience, right? Now, the thing that your guides want to recognize you for, which I feel like ties into this, is this broken open. So you've definitely had something happen where your heart was broken. You were shattered wide open here. And I feel like the message that's coming through is that, I mean, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Strength card. So it's like they're giving you this huge pat on the back about being able to face an ending and start something new for yourself, because you had the courage to do so. It's like, and even though this difficulty was very hard, it humbled you in a way. It opened you up to allow you to be more loving than you ever have been before. And again, if you're dealing with a Leo, maybe that'll show up in the Leo reading. I haven't done it yet, but lots of Leo showing up here with that Waking the Lion, the Sun, and the Strength card here. So I do feel like they're trying to, your guides are trying to really kind of boost you up and congratulate you for having been through a really big ending here. With that Ten of Pentacles, it could have been a family that got split up as a result of a divorce or just some kind of ending here. And I think on some level, that situation was probably pretty solid at some point in the past. And so to see it close out and allow a new start for yourself was not easy, right? And it took a lot of courage to go through with that. All right, let's see what else we get with this. With the Ten of Pentacles, we have the King of Wands. So again, could have been dealing with a fire sign. That's usually more Sagittarius for me, but it doesn't have to be. It could have been a Leo or an Aries here. That could also be your energy. Let's see what else we get. And the Five of Swords. So there was certainly some sort of family dynamic, marriage dynamic, or something that you felt would probably last forever, right? That's what I think about when I see the Ten of Pentacles. It's the tree of life. It's like our entire family unit, and we're contributing to its legacy. And so we don't do that when we're pretty sure it's like a 5-week relationship, right? So this is a deep commitment here that had a lot of conflict and pain in it, perhaps a lot of harsh words. I'm also feeling like someone in this dynamic, I feel like it was probably your person, was very ego-centered. It was all like winner take all. They had to be right, and I think it was because they had such a strong false ego that they were dealing with. With this Ace of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Swords and the Temperance card. So I feel like you've been very patient about this new beginning. You've had a lot of healing take place here, and I think that you've been patiently waiting for this kind of to get off the ground, for an offer to come in, whether that be a love offer, a new job offer, something like that. And I do feel like you've been quite patient about this, and I think that that's another thing that you're getting this pat on the back for. With the Strength card, we get the World. So if you weren't dealing with a Leo, you were definitely dealing with someone who had some heavy Leo energy in their chart. Didn't have to be their sun sign, but definitely a fixed energy here, and it came to a close. And I think you're being kind of congratulated for closing down something. And the Judgment card from the past. It took a lot of courage, and I do feel like this person probably had some serious ego issues. Something that was like they were so determined to defend their own ego that they were willing for this legacy to crumble, right? And when we encounter someone who's willing to allow something to die just to save face, they're sitting in definitely a troubled energy, right? But again, this is someone from your past here, and you made the call. You made the call here to close this out, so you're getting a pat on the back. Now, what's good that's coming in, Aries? We have You Are Living Poetry. Now, I haven't, like I said, I haven't used this deck much, like at all. So we're going to see what that has to say. Because I do feel like there's some communication coming in here for you. Your unique essence, sacred resonance with the world, freedom, euphoria, and blessings. I love that. And it talks about, it has this, what's called a self-care message. It says, turning down your own brilliance or hiding your truth, shying away from your expression or from sharing. And so I think really what this is saying is like, be completely yourself. Like, you've gone through all this stuff. It's okay to just like let that shine. Let the truth of you shine through. And I think there's some clarity and some communication definitely coming in here. And this is, you know, what good is coming. We have the Death card, so I do feel like there's potentially a Scorpio coming into your experience here. But more so, I'm feeling like it's like this rebirth you've been waiting for. You can see it's in the same angle here as the Death card. We have these two aces, Ace of Pentacles, something you've been patiently waiting for, this dream. And I feel like that's about to transform in some way or shift in some way. With the Queen of Swords, we have the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. So plenty of communication coming in. Could definitely have a decision to make. But again, I feel like you're kind of sitting in this energy of no BS. Could be dealing with an air sign here, for sure. Coming into the good that's coming in. With the Page of Wands, we have the Empress. Oh my. So Taurus, Libra energy here, something with some serious growth potential. And look at there, the Ace of Cups. Definitely some passionate, flirty energy showing up here. Somebody wanting to offer you a new beginning in love. Now with the Death card, we have the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So I do feel like whatever this Ace of Pentacles here that you've kind of been waiting for, this new beginning you've been so patient about, I think you're beginning to recognize that your intuition is what's telling you that it's coming, right? But I think you're also finding that you know that it's not going to show up until this has all been closed out. This situation with this connection, this soulmate connection from the past. So I feel like as that ends, all these new offers come in. Let me get one more on this Two of Pentacles. Could even be a job or work-related decision coming in here as well. We get the King of Cups on that Two of Pentacles. So, we have the King and Queen of Cups here. Now, where the Queen of Cups is sitting is in this rebirth energy. She's put an end to something. With the King of Cups, I feel like you could have two people showing up here. You could have two people coming into your experience. I do feel like you're going to cut one of them out in lieu of the other. So just heads up on that. But I think that the message for this row on what good is coming to you is all about, it's going to be completely based on you being yourself. Like, when it says you are living poetry, it's talking about like embracing all the parts of yourself and being completely, unabashedly you. Which really, again, ties back to that Chiron and Aries. Chiron and Aries is learning how to be himself regardless of any insecurities. Because you've already faced all these challenges. You've had to pull courage out of nowhere sometimes in order to deal with this situation. So I hope you found that helpful, Aries. Let me know what you think about this reading. I wanted to kind of shake things up and do something a little bit different for the holiday season as we're kind of entering into Thanksgiving in the U.S. But I wanted to focus more on kind of like the gratitude piece, because I feel like we spend so much time criticizing ourselves and being hard on ourselves. Sometimes it's nice to just celebrate what we have accomplished, even when it has been difficult. So let me know what you think down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.